While Sega in the US were developing Sonic 2, Sega in Japan were developing Sonic CD for the Sega CD. The two games were intended to be one, but the development diverged and the two games became separate. Sonic CD was a commercial failure due to the fault of the game, but due to the failure of the console, the Sega CD. Many people consider it to be one of the better Sonic games made, however I disagree with that claim. This game is a poor representative of the classic Sonic games, not the classic example of design. Since Sonic 2 and Sonic CD were initially to be the same game, they have a lot of similarities, such as having the spin dash, but they're also very different. Sonic has two moves in this game that can be used to gain momentum, the Super Peel Out and the Spin Dash. The Spin Dash works like in Sonic 2, but requires some time to rev up before you'll actually go anywhere. If you want to gain speed quickly, you use the Super Peel Out, which is done like the Spin Dash, but by pressing up instead of down. Sonic will rev up his feet, and then go when up is released. This won't take out enemies though, which is a serious nerf to what was an amazing mobility move in Sonic 2. Other than that, the gameplay is the same and not really the biggest issue this game has. By far the worst thing about the game is the level and boss design. These levels are so gimmicky and frustrating to get through. As opposed to designing robust levels, it inundates us with random gimmicks. The level Wacky Workbench is a perfect example of this. The floor makes you bounce around and you end up spending most of the level just flying around, not being able to ever get your bearings. Not fun. Stardust Speedway, while it does have the iconic metal Sonic race, has you spin around in small corridors with little control and your eyes are bleeding because of the graphics, and overall it's not a pleasant experience. Having each level be unique is good. In fact, I love Casino Night Zone, which was rather gimmicky, but these levels just overdo it. It also doesn't help that Tyble Tempest is just Labyrinth Zone, but a lot bigger. The bosses also tend to be designed more about hitting them once as opposed to constantly hitting them. There are some cool boss fights like the Metal Sonic Race and the boss where you run on a treadmill, avoiding what's thrown at you, but the pinball boss is so annoying. Yes, there's a pinball boss. You have to play pinball to get up to the top of the stage and hit the boss multiple times. It's really, really annoying. I mean seriously, pinball? Another gimmick featured in the level design is the time traveling. There are signposts that say future and past, and if you run past them and gain enough speed, you will time travel. The scenery would be different and the level design may change a little bit, and the enemies would also be different. From what I can tell, there's little reason to go to the future, but in the past there are robot generators, which if all are destroyed allows Sonic to create a good future in that act. The way to get the good ending is either to make a good future in every act, or get all the time stones. Unlike Sonic 2, you can't go super because these are time stones, not Chaos Emeralds. To get time stones, you must get 50 rings and jump through the big ring at the end of the stage to go to the special stage, just like in Sonic 1. The special stage puts you in this weird 3D-ish thing and you have to destroy all the UFOs. This is incredibly difficult because it seems that about half the time you miss them even though you're certain you hit the UFO. Overall, the special stages are really annoying and I don't want to look for robot generators either. Finding robot generators forces you to explore the level, which is just something I don't want to do in a Sonic game. I understand why someone may want to do this, but for me it's just frustrating. Personally, I don't enjoy the time travel and I just avoid it when I play the game. If you like it, great, but it's not my thing. The final thing I haven't talked about yet is the presentation. Being on the Sega CD, this features higher quality sound and better graphics, but I feel like it was overdone, especially on the graphics end. The colors are so bright, which is something I'd usually praise, but this goes way too far. It makes my eyes hurt, especially at speed, and this is a Sonic game, so it's kinda what you'd expect. Stardust Speedway, as I mentioned earlier, is particularly guilty of this, and it really bugs me. The tight corridors combined with speed all add up to so many colors changing rapidly, and it is really annoying to look at. The music is pretty nice though, but some tracks are really weird, like the boss music. I mean, look at those lyrics. Work that sucker to death, come on now? What? I do like tracks like Tidal Tempest, though, so there's that. It's a solid soundtrack, just as many of the others were, and the higher quality CD music sounds great. Overall, this game is one of the weaker entries in the classic Sonic series due to its gimmicky personality. Sonic 2 turned out to be a much more entertaining game and overall better design. This game is by no means horrible, but other games in the classic Sonic series surpass it greatly. Don't go out of your way to play this one, it's not that great. But that's just my personal opinion, so maybe just try it out for yourself. Hopefully you'll enjoy it.